A key ingredient in every superhero story is a villain, someone of substantial power to really challenge the main character. And that brings me to today's topic, the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk may be the focus of the story, but he's not the hero of this story. The Hulk is just a MacGuffin, the object that everybody wants. Banner wants to subdue him, Ross wants to catch him and use him, and Blonsky wants to beat him. The Hulk is simply the conduit through which our story is told. And Bruce Banner isn't our hero either. He doesn't want to save anybody or help make the world a better place. He only wants to gain a little bit more control over his own world. He's just a man who wants his life back and wrestles with the trauma of an accident years ago. And since the Hulk and Banner aren't the heroes, Emil Blonsky isn't actually the villain. You see, it was General Thunderbolt Ross who made all of the stereotypical bad guy moves. He manipulated information and events, leading to the creation of the Hulk.
He thought he was working on radiation resistance. I would never have told him what the project really was.
General Ross then used Emil Blonsky as his new weapon of choice to hunt down the so-called monster that he, in fact, had set into creation. Like Banner, Blonsky had only partial information of the mission.
Your target is a fugitive from the U.S. government and stole military secrets.
Even after the first encounter in Brazil, Blonsky questions things but never looks to quit. He simply wants a better understanding of what he's up against. He doesn't question as an act of dissent. He does it to better understand his objectives, to be a more effective soldier. And when he took the first serum, he was simply trying to better himself as a soldier. In fact, he didn't even ask for the serum. It simply came up in conversation as a hypothetical for him.
Yeah, if I could take what I know now, put it in the body I had 10 years ago, that would be someone I wouldn't want to fight.
I could probably arrange something like that.
It was Ross who turned it into a reality. The second serum he takes at the end of the movie, and the resulting abomination is an unforeseen consequence. Both Banner and Blonsky are victims in this story. Victim of General Ross's desire for a new type of weapon that he could never control. Victims of unintentional experimentation in the drive to simply do their job better. And the victims of the monsters inside constantly fighting to come out. The experiments that led to the monsters was said to be a derivative of the super soldier serum that created Captain America, and even that serum was said to amplify the nature of whoever takes it. Banner was a soft-spoken scientist who spent the whole movie trying to remain calm. He learned breathing techniques to keep his heart rate down and avoided every conflict from the US military to bullies at work. And he still failed. Blonsky, on the other hand, was a soldier trained to do violence and encouraged to be violent. He never even stood a chance. And it may have been the second serum that turned him into a giant rage monster, but it was the first one that turned him into an abomination. You see, it was the first serum that made him break rank and engage the Hulk one-on-one. It may have healed every bone in his body, but it left an insurmountable amount of damage in his head. The type of damage that pushed him towards the conflict that nearly kills him, or that makes him think that becoming another Hulk is the right solution. But underneath it all, it was General Ross pulling the strings. Underneath every conflict in this movie, even those involving everyday people, it's General Ross. It was his lack of transparency that led to the creation of the Hulk. It was his greed that made him think the Hulk wasn't just a weapon, but his property. And to get his property back, he somewhat consciously set events into motion that led to creating a second weapon in Blonsky and the Abomination. At the end of it all, only one is left standing. Bruce and the Hulk have had to once again go into hiding in another country, and the Abomination is left in the control of none other than General Thunderbolt Ross. When the dust all settles, Ross not only got his weapon, but he's also never held responsible for any of the chaos that he created. On the contrary, he eventually gets enough power to become Secretary of State and one of the leaders put in charge of making sure the Avengers obey government orders. He gets everything he wanted. Over the years, the MCU contains a number of villains that have managed to stick around even after their defeat. But General Thunderbolt Ross is the only one to have ever achieved their mission. Thank you guys for watching. If you've made it this far, please be sure to leave a like and comment below. I'd love to read your thoughts and opinions on this video. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to watch a great movie. Bye.